Remember, the Words of the Oracle handout is where you have the locations. Hey, welcome back. It's been a while, but you have been languishing in Mirabar for the better part of a couple of days, resupplying, removing your tinged color of blue,
I think that
confirming
happened the
the
last
faith of
time
the
we were
people.
here, but
Well, this is a general.
that's true.
Don't you interrupt my exposition. Currently you have, what, 4 of these items?
We got
If I remember correctly,
you have the tooth, you have the magma ring, the bone grade club, and the spear tip, I believe.
And I believe we had been to Ravens
I thought we were
Rock.
looking for this.
And
yeah,
Mortar
Ravens
Mound.
Rock was where we got
The
Raven
two.
Rock is where you got the ring and the great club.
Yeah.
And then Morgar's Mound, so we have 3.
That's the tooth.
Yes, we have not gone to any others.
Okay.
I
And I will remind you
to
that
get a
the
spear.
giant oracle said you only need 1, but it's up to you to determine how many you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or the more items you gather, the more information from a particular giant lord you can gather.
Right.
Really what it gets at, as long as we're not on a, set time limit, why not collect them all? Unless that's going to, draw a massive amount of ire from the barbarians and we have to,
Yeah, you've been desecrating some Uthgard barbarian relics along the way, so this is kind of a... You have to do kind of like a risk assessment here.
I didn't do that. Creek did.
Didn't you also fall into...
Creek has some issues with flight and travel.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
That should get you all.
But yes, if I remember correctly, we had a kind of plan drawn out. I think it was. I need to pull up the sheet with all the locations. Harshnag's map. There we are. Yeah, I think we were going to go from Mirabar to the Shining White to Flint Rock, stop near Everlund, and then kind of wrap around the map.
Mm-hmm.
Or, oh no, we've done Raven Rock, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shining White, Flint Rock, stop in Everlund if necessary, Grandfather Tree, Stone Stand, One Stone, Burun as well. And at any point we can decide to go back to the Oracle, but if we want to get everything, that it's... And then, of course, come back up to the Great Worm Cavern and see why we shouldn't have gone there.
Yeah.
True. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I think we had taken care of everything from before, and if I remember correctly, there didn't seem to be any way currently to repair my staff from its 1 charge, so I'm not touching that.
Yeah, it's... The person who sold it to you also wasn't sure what was wrong with it. It doesn't seem something that can be mended with rudimentary knowledge. You may have to be able to find someone who can craft that kind of an item. They might have a better idea of what it might take to fix it.
Clearly, I shouldn't care about any of the pluses. It is literally just there for me to snap over my knee, do 5 damage to everyone around me, and then get sent to another plane.
It's called the Staff of the Nuclear Option.
Yeah.
Not very nuclear right now with only 1 charge.
Well, I mean...
More like the staff of a firecracker option.
It's a staff of smoke bomb. He cracks it over his knee and disappears.
Then I end up on the plane of elemental fire and just instantly incinerate.
And
Exactly.
combust.
Smoke.
To be fair, the random teleportation does play pretty well with your character.
I'd rather it not, but I understand where
well.
you're coming from. But yeah, so I think we're going to Shining White.
Yep.
Shining White. Okay.
Shining White.
Let's see what the map says about Shining White.
It says you do not go there.
Yeah, the map says no.
Also, I don't know, I'm a little afraid of Lurkwood. There might be giant spiders in there. And asshole elves.
Or lurkers.
You're thinking of Mirkwood.
Never heard of it.
Okay.
Quiet, Lebolaz.
Sure thing, Gundor.
Alright, let me take a look here.
Gundorf the Blue. Oh shit, there were blue wizards, weren't there?
There were blue wizards, but they're in the east.
And he
Shining
didn't ever write their names.
White. South of the Lurkwood. Well, if you board your airship, 150 miles, it'll take about 2 days of airship travel to get there.
Much better than it would have if we had to, walk there. That'd be probably a
Yeah,
few weeks.
gosh.
Thank you again for this.
Yes. Unseen red dragon. But as
Well,
it travels,
there's also the followers that are, actually driving the
oh,
boat.
yeah. In fact, as you can like observe them throughout the day, and you can kind of pick up how to rudimentally operate the ship.
Oh no.
You do know that one person would definitely not be able to do this by themselves. It's kind of a complicated thing. There's like a heat that has to be regulated. There's direction. There's manning the ballistae. All sorts of things.
To be fair, that one while
Wait a second.
important isn't a day-to-day task. Unless the ballistas keep it, from tipping over somehow.
This
The
ship has
ballistas shoot at the
ballistas?
fire elemental to make it burn hotter.
No, it's like
Ballistas or ballistas?
you fire it out with a tether and then you pull yourself forward like you're playing one of those
Just cause.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Trying to figure out Raven Rock, right? I can grab your character sheets from there.
Or Morgar's Mound.
Yeah,
That
you'll
was the
just have
most.
to make sure your HPs are all regulated.
And I'm assuming we are all back up to full with
yes,
oh,
you can
10
have plenty of
temporary
plenty
hit
of time
points.
to rest. You are going to arrive in the northeast side during the daytime. Sorry, the northwest side. You came in from the northwest. You're overlooking a hill, and right where you parked the airship, there's a large white rock. I will take you to that map now.
Alright, let's remember where we parked this thing.
Boop, boop.
Seems very familiar, but slightly different, so I don't think we've been here before.
Yep.
Okay, every square is 50 feet again. Interesting white rock. I'm guessing,
It
that's...
seems to be made of marble.
It's salt.
A pillar of salt!
We don't have any Battlefield players in here.
There are menhirs, and there are altars that are also seemingly made out of this marble.
All those words to describe them at the bottom make me a little afraid. Ruined, toppled, plundered, but the white rock remains
these
standing.
are all old places.
Well, I think our best method to do this is to start at the middle and work our way out. Unless we want to start with the white rock, I feel like it might be in there since it seems to be the only place untouched.
How high up is this rock?
If
Rock?
if it's measurable on here,
Oh, sorry, the rock is 280 feet tall.
oh yeah,
It's
it
just
actually
made out of
is.
white chalk. You were able to see this thing miles before you actually got to there. Like, it's big.
So if it's made
A
of chalk,
towering
that
white
it's like,
obelisk.
that it's very brittle?
With chalk, you could take like a pick and pretty easily carve a piece out. Like, the whole thing won't collapse if you do that, but
If we
it is
start
kinda like
tunneling into it, it might be
Yeah.
structurally unsound.
it's a lot of chalk though. I mean, that would take
Yeah.
hours and hours to make a sizable dent inside of it.
And is the rest of this area just like snow covered?
It is.
Okay.
Well, I think we get to the center and do our usual standard operating procedure.
Sure.
If you would kindly, Marathi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess first let's get to the center.
Are we
Is it just gonna
rolling
be
out the magic detector?
once we get there? But can we just
Ding,
climb up onto this
ding.
top surface,
You'll
or
be
do we
coming
have
down.
to?
Like, you're kind of on a hillock overlooking the whole
A great
place.
magic
Okay.
metal
Well,
detector.
what I'm thinking is we get up to these cliff faces. I'm not sure how tall these are. It looks like it might be like 15 feet if I'm measuring, and then in between 40
See if
feet.
there's a...
Like, are they ramped or is it sheer face?
They don't look super ramped. I mean,
The thing about it is,
worse.
it is over. It looks small here because we're giants. This is over 10 feet.
oh yeah, no, but I'm saying some of the slopes don't seem too bad. But
Mm-hmm.
somewhat difficult, yeah. But
I see.
Like,
Okay. It's not a sheer slope. In fact, there's not a lot of snow. If you dig just a couple of inches, you can see some grass. These are all like hillocks, so
Mhm.
okay,
they're not sheer faces. You can like
Yeah.
kind of slide and tumble down them without penalty.
are we
Although
above it or we're climbing up, right?
you're above, you're at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
we're over by the white rock.
Oh, I see. So, oh man, this is one of those things where if you look at it, you can see it both as
Yes, as
descending
up or
into
down.
and coming out. I thought we were like going up a hill and then it goes back down. Okay, I think I understand. Okay, so if we're at the bottom, we're essentially like right here right now, and we're kind of making our way over.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although technically it'd be the other side of the rock, but yes.
Yes, but
Right.
Also, apparently this
Well-
map was made by Blando.
now you can't say that because I moved over here, and this is where I find the 6 trolls waiting to rip me to shreds.
200 feet, so that would take you a couple turns to get there, but there's nothing really there.
Yeah. I'll just start working my way down towards the ruined altar then, kind of looking, keeping an
Yeah,
eye
I'll follow
out.
suit.
Maybe take a quick look, a 6-second look at this pillar, see if I can notice anything interesting. Would that be investigation or
Yeah, I
At the
wanna
big old
examine
pillar
the
chalk.
rock.
yes?
If you're touching it, I'd say you'd investigate it.
Sure. I
Before I
would
go
have
over-
preferred perception.
Perceive it, then I would say it looks like a mountain made of
Hey.
Okay.
white rock. Okay.
Are you
It is
overshadowing
indeed white
me?
chalk. Although there's a small like coating of snow around it, so digging a little couple inches in, you can find the chalk beneath.
Glad to
seems
see
to be
that
s-
hasn't been fixed in 3 weeks.
I know, right? It seems to be solid chalk. Doesn't have any major faults or fissures going through it that you can see. Although the snow does cover the entire thing, so you can't see what it really looks like from beneath. Just kind of what you can feel through.
Interesting.
You can knock on it and it's not hollow, but it's porous as chalk would be.
Mm-hmm. Remind me, we just know the list of locations. We don't know what's located at what place, do we?
I thought we did.
I thought
You-
that's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
You do.
So-
What you're looking here is a porcelain mask.
Okay. Interesting. That's gonna be hard to find in snow. Have to hope
Unless
it's
it's
magical.
like red.
I will
Well, it's
also remind you
probably
that all the
giant
relics you
sized.
found have been buried, so
Yeah. And yeah, as you mentioned, it's probably giant size, so.
So, like, the altar or the menhir could very well just be the mask itself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
all
can-
these artifacts are apparently giant-sized, so a mask would probably be the size of a giant's face.
Mm-hmm.
Can I
Maybe
just take
6
a
or 8
knife?
feet wide at most.
And
Okay.
like chip a piece of the chalk off.
Sure, you can grab a picked instrument
Quick,
and
pop it into your mouth.
take a swing. Roll me a strength check.
Oh boy.
I believe in you.
You really shouldn't.
You'll carefully start picking away at the chalk, and it'll start to crumble away as chalk does. You now have a fistful of white chalk.
Did you think
Alright.
this plan through that far?
Yeah. I figure it's
Suddenly, the
good enough
chalk
to...
golem animates.
The 250
Let's
foot
hold
chalk
up. I'll
golem.
I'll go bring up the Breath of the Wild Talos fight theme.
Just- But yeah, no, it's just ordinary white chalk. It's cold to the touch.
Never hurts to have some chalk.
All right, shall
Anyways,
we proceed?
Yeah, let's get to the altar. Check these men here real quick. Make sure.
The
Nothing
menhirs
seems to be-
they're made of marble. You can see that because the snow doesn't yet obstruct most of the damage. It appears to be broken at the base with large blunt weapons. Wood splinters are all around, and you can see a broken hammerhead on it. It's giant sized. So
Why would they destroy the thing?
This is a barbarian camp,
Yeah, the barbarians.
so they
fought the
might have been
Friends.
searching for the mask as well.
Hmm. Can I make a survival to see if I can like see where the giants have been in this area or how long ago they were here?
yeah, go ahead, roll survival. You're You can't make any noticeable footprints. It seems that snowfall has obscured most of these giants' tracks. But judging from that, then you can determine that whatever happened a couple of days ago at the most.
You mean at the least?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
I think. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure, but I think I might have just confused myself. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we can inspect them after. I think we still start at the center, check the
Mhm.
altar, start up the detect magic machine.
Bing, bing, bing.
Is there anything we need to do to get over to the altar, or can we just
You can slide down.
slide down and slide up?
Yeah, you can slide up easily. You don't need any tools.
Cool.
Slide to the left.
Everybody clap your hands.
But
And
yeah,
now we're
I'll
copyright
get started.
striked.
Nah, that's only if we play it. If you sing it, it's fun.
Well,
Yeah, this is our
you
own
see that the
original
altar
performance.
is ultimately ruined. It seems to have gone through the same treatment as the menhirs. But as far as you could tell, all the damage is on the surface. There's no sign of digging.
Can we tell what the altar is made of? Is it the same chalk
Also
or
of white marble.
marble? I see.
And your detect magic doesn't register anything. Although you do recall that some of these relics don't have any detectable magic.
That's
Yeah,
right.
So, well, I mean, I'll check close to the altar, make sure there's no, like, compartment or any way to move it. Maybe, like, slide it away.
Roll a strength check, because some of these are pretty big and bulky.
I can
Okay.
try
the
and
marble
lift
be
things.
heavy. Yeah, you can move some of the smaller pieces, but it's not. You're not making much headway.
Yeah,
Also, I'm
after
pretty sure
walking
my
way
job,
over there.
investigation...
You can figure that if you all collectively work as a strength check to move all this marble out of the way, it could take you about an hour.
I'm game.
Okay?
Well,
everybody
do we want to
roll
do
a
that
strength
while
check.
do we want to do that while Maradi kind of just walks around
If
visiting?
Maradi
Yeah,
doesn't help,
sure.
it could take longer, or it will take longer because he's not there to help.
Yeah.
What's your strength, Maradi?
Let's see. I've got 8.
Still a help, but it's not that much of a help. I leave it up to you. However you think your time would best be used.
Considering
Welp.
we do know that some of the giant artifacts don't come up as magic, we might as well just spend our time here doing this rather
Sure.
than yeah.
Should I do another strength, or are we just kind of working with my old
about
one?
an hour goes by, and you're slowly working away the rocks. Shal, you seem to be moving them at a better pace and having a better time of this, so you're aware. Roll me a perception.
Ready? 21.
Very good.
Before they can completely descend upon you, Shal, with his with his really good hearing, is able
his
to
really-
say, "I hear wings flapping to the north." As you look up, the 4 creatures barreling towards you at
Huh.
speed.
Oh my!
Interesting.
This
Can
puts
we
you in
roll?
initiatives, and because
Sure.
of Shal's acuteness, you're not surprised.
Yeah.
He was able to give you a warning before they could descend.
Thank you, Shao. I would. I
Wait,
forgot
hold on.
I
A
had
lot
to.
of you are on here twice.
Yeah, I forgot I had to click
Find
myself.
initiatives on your board and delete the. Can you delete the ones?
We can't.
Uh,
we can
no,
only
I
see
don't
our
see 'em.
current one.
I just see my one.
Okay.
So I think the easiest way would be to just delete all and
I'm
re-add.
parsing it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So mine is because I have an advantage on initiative.
Right. Here's an 18. Good.
I'm wondering, should we take this to like another drawn one with better lines on the ground? Because as it is, those griffins are, or those things are 60 feet wide.
And it just
And we're
means that we have
25
to.
They are quite literally
Measure.
giant sized.
Pretty sure 60's larger than giants. I think the highest you get is 30 by 30 with colossal, although they might have changed it.
No, just say they're large creatures. I can shrink them down later. I'm just trying to fix all these initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
They are at the distances though that
That are drawn
Let's
out.
say they
Okay.
are, yeah. And they're still about 60 or so feet in the air.
Okay.
So
Good to know.
7.
Right. I've got to
It's
reduce my
got a 22.
spells by 1 per day because I always have it precast. What does mage armor do again? 13 plus bonuses. I have a respectable armor class now. Thank you, Staff of Power.
Up, 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 up. Ooh.
How many nat 20s did they roll?
No, they only roll it once, but it puts them all. I'm putting them all in the same block. Mateus
Ah.
goes before the Griffins.
I don't see myself on the turn order, just so you know.
Does anybody not see themselves on the turn order?
I only
I see
don't
everyone else. I think you just have to
Yeah,
add
I just don't
delete.
see Kuba.
Oh no,
Okay.
I know what happened with you, Kuba. You actually just ended up rolling the initiative without clicking on your thing.
Well, there was that, but also I think I was
All right.
removed from the initial turn order because I deleted myself in a bit.
I remember that. Anyway, can you see that one?
Yes. Okay.
Everybody
so
settled?
I think so.
Okie doke.
as much as can be. All right. I mean, I've got options. Do they seem aggressive, right?
Oh yeah, they're like currently in the process of dive bombing your party.
Can I nature to be sure that these aren't like just can I nature them? Let's start with that. Or would it be Arcana?
Checking that right now. I would say Arcana.
Okay, that's better for me.
They're classic. Let's see.
Whoops.
Acrobatics. You do a flip.
I had the same bonus. It would be an 11.
Okay. They look like giant eagles, like really big giant eagles, bigger than any eagle you've ever seen before. But they also have talons and like 4 legs.
Everyone knows birds have 4 legs. But yes, I think what I'll end up doing, you said they're 60 feet up and current distance away, so
Yeah.
90, 60, so that's what? Ooh, that's gonna be,
We'll call it north of 120.
yeah, about 120, 130.
Chal, you know that these are griffins for sure.
Would you say exactly 120?
Yay!
'Cause
I know they're
The
griffins
spell
too.
I'm considering
Just
is
out of
120.
range.
Oh, okay, just out of range.
Yeah.
And there's no
The way I see it is that you were given enough time
to get
to see them, and they're about to close the distance.
Yeah, okay. If that's the case, I think what I'll end up doing is power mode. I will twin cast a haste on Shall and Creek. Although first, our favorite rolls. No wild magic just yet. And just to remind everyone, it's been a while.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Griffin's turns. They will double move and close the distance, but remain about 20 feet in the air.
Oh, I guess it's really unfortunately, there's not much I can do really to jump up on there. Haste doesn't give any benefit to jumping, does it?
I mean, maybe you could make the argument that you could use the dash
The enhanced speed.
action
seems they were
to.
all-
I
going-
dash into the sky.
It seems that they were all going for a dive bomb, but since they saw you do something, they're now instead like circling menacingly, waiting.
Looking at me, etc.
That's not menacing. This is menacing.
But yes, Creek, it is your turn.
Wait, what happened to my turn?
You did it again.
How did I? Anyway, Shal. Yeah, go ahead, Shal.
All right.
Perfect. 'Cause I don't really know what I want to do.
So I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike on myself. And I'm thinking I'll just do the level 1 version of it. And I'm gonna try to hit this one, the one bottom right.
Yeah, roll to hit.
All right. 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
All right. It deals 6 damage and then an additional 1d6. Okay, so another 3. And then it needs to make a DC. What's that? 13, I think? Strength save?
Strength. Makes it 21.
Okay, yeah. Then it passes.
All right, so now
And
it's.
then
Oh, sorry.
I think I get another crossbow shot. We're level 6.
You're also hasted.
Oh,
Yes, you have many shots.
22 to hit.
Hit.
So 17 damage on that one.
18. All right.
And then last shot. 19 to hit
19 will hit.
for 9 more.
Okay.
How's that boy looking, by the way?
Got 3 arrows in it.
Ouch. Sounds like that hurts a lot. Well, for my turn, I don't really have that much to do because they're 20 feet out, right?
That they are.
Okay. I'm going to take a stance and ready an action that the first one that comes into my attack range gets a face full of sword.
Joke. Rati.
Okay. The one that is closest to me up here, I'm gonna try and cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on it.
Oh god, I don't want to hear the sound of a griffin laughing.
So it needs to make a Wisdom save. Unless
No, it's not
No?
affected.
Okay, so it's got less than 4 intelligence. Okay.
It's a big dumb animal.
Shoot. Okay, then okay,
Creek,
so
that's not a nice way to talk about yourself.
are we
I
next
know,
to each
but-
other, or are we how far are we from each other?
I'd say you're within range for casting short range spells, so you're all within 30 feet of each other.
Right, but what I want to do is move like next to Creek if I'm not next to Creek.
Okay,
So-
then I'd say you can shuffle next to Creek.
Yeah.
Let me slide up right on next to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
That's my action and my move, and I'll go ahead and give well, I guess I'll give Shal Diabardic Inspiration.
Joke. Matthias, back to you.
Oh, I thought you said diabolic inspiration, not a die of.
Absolutely diabolic.
All right. Well, I am going to use a sorcery point and a first level spell to cast Chaos Bolt Twinned at one at the wounded one and one at the one above Maradi. I don't know if those are the same one, but
Roll them dice.
first, it's a spell.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So none of that. That's good. And I have a spell attack bonus of 9. So that's an 18 on the first one.
On the wounded one,
Yes.
that'll hit.
Okay. Cast at first level. We get a 3 and a 5, and I just had it pulled up. If it's 3 and 5, I will pick lightning damage, because they're birds.
See? How thematic.
What's that?
How
Birds
thematic.
being
I thought you said
beaten by
half
lightning.
of something, and I'm like,
Oh,
really? They're resistant to lightning? 21
ahead,
on the
roll.
second.
How much?
10.
Wait, I see that.
So the
It's-
twinned one. So
You haven't rolled damage yet. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Okay, so 12 total damage on that first one, and then 16 on the next. Although, let me look up one thing real quick. I don't believe it adds to the damage of spells, but go ahead and let someone else take their turn while I figure this out.
And do I take 16 off, or what?
Yeah, so it is 16, and damage type shall be force.
All the griffins are still in the air. And now they're starting to descend. So this one is going for Creek, who will take a sword hit.
He may. He will,
Hit.
hopefully. Alright. And there's no I'm not no it's not damage increase, so 12 damage to it.
Okay. So now, for all intents and purposes, you are now within melee distance of these griffins. They're all going to
Fantastic.
make an attack on each of you.
Sure.
Sounds-
One beak, one claw. So let's start from the top left with Maradi. 21
Going
to hit,
clockwise?
21, yeah, that hits.
5 piercing.
Okay.
Now the claw, 22 to hit for 11 slashing.
Wow.
Ouch.
Okay.
Oh, and it will make one... Oh, no, sorry. 2 attacks. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Going
Do
down
you have
to
anything
Creek.
concentration?
Nope.
Okay. I think it's just me at this point, so.
25 to hit.
Yippers.
Oh my
Piercing.
god.
How much?
8 piercing.
Okay.
Critical hit on the claw. 20
Ouch.
slashing.
How much?
Oof.
20.
Big oof.
So sorry, that was 8 and 20.
Yes.
Cal. 22 to hit.
Ouch.
I cast Hellish Rebuke.
That
It needs to make a DC 12 save, Charisma save.
charisma. Okay.
Oh.
No, Hellish Rebuke, that's a dexterity save.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
This is why it's nice to
It's
have it written. You can just
charisma.
click on it. It's you're
15 to
off
save?
charisma.
15. That will save, but it still takes.
Actually, I'll use my reaction to reduce that by 4, so an 11. And my last 2
An
sorcery
11
points.
will fail.
Okay. So the rebuke.
16
does-
damage.
Okay, that griffin will fall to the ground dead.
You're
And how much damage
welcome.
did I take?
Oh, does it still hit you?
Yeah, it still hits.
Does the other attack still hit you? Or does, the other, does it
No,
make
so it was
another
after
attack?
the first attack. He procced it, I
So the
believe.
beak. 10 piercing.
Alrighty. That takes
You're
all
welcome.
of the half or the temp life.
Remember who saved you when I.
Shall, you feel kind of strange
Hmm.
as that dead griffin falls to the ground, but you can't quite place it yet. You're in the middle of combat.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Well,
And now on
me. I'm the
Mateus.
last one.
14 to hit.
14 will miss, thankfully.
And the claw, 14 will miss.
You roll well for everyone else, but not against me.
I guess not. Shall.
Favoritism.
I'm gonna hit the one going after Mateus.
Good, because if
Okay.
they hit me and I drop this haste, you lose your next turn.
That'll hit.
Dealing 9 damage. Was it hurt before?
Not damaged yet.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Just 9.
Yeah, just 9.
Okay,
Second
11 will
attack.
miss.
Don't forget your Bardic Inspiration.
Oh yeah. What is it? A D8?
It is.
Your level, it might actually be a D8.
Yeah, it's a D8.
I'll use the Bardic Inspiration.
Roll on the hit. Okay.
Yeah. What a 13 of hit.
No.
All right.
Unfortunately, I don't have any more reactions to help you there.
Then 18.
Hit.
Dealing 10.
Okay.
And dang it.
Gang hit.
Gang, gang, gang.
One more.
Creek.
Right. 2 swings. Or 3, actually.
Hasted swings.
So swing 1. 15.
That'll hit.
Healing. Click on
So
button
close,
plus.
Shao.
11.
Hmm?
Swing 2.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Healing 11.
Okay.
And how's it looking at this point?
It's got 2 sword slashes in it.
All right.
Well, we know they have somewhere in like the 30s to 40s because a chaos bolt, 3 arrows, and
That's gonna whiff. All
9 will
right, cool.
miss.
And
Anything
I'm
else?
not gonna do anything else, so that's my turn.
Hey, Marati.
are you angry?
No, I'm
Okay.
not.
As a second level, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds.
Sure.
So let me.
You take right. Creek.
Oh, I'm casting it on Creek. If that
Okay.
wasn't apparent.
6
And
HP.
All
boy,
right,
did
whopping
I
6 health.
whiff that!
Whoops.
Jeez.
I
You
mean,
so-
I
for-
know I was
6
cursed to
total.
be afraid of
Uh,
flying, but like,
Marati,
Oh wait.
you forgot to add your casting stat.
Oh yeah, I thought this was macroed better. Okay, so
So
yeah,
6
so
plus
it's 6,
casting
so
stat.
it's 10 total.
Not the worst, but
Yeah. And then as a bonus, I'll go ahead and give Creek a die of Bardic Inspiration.
cool, thanks.
Okey-doke. Back to the top.
okay. So there's one right next to me. I don't like that. Let me look up something. I believe this is ranged spell attack. That's not gonna work. I need to get the thing that lets the crossbow masters so I can make all ranged attacks in melee with no penalty, so I can use ranged spell attacks, because that makes sense. I think what I'll do is I will cast Poison Spray as a cantrip and have it make a Constitution save, spell DC 15.
Con 15 versus poison.
Oh, apparently rolled the damage when I clicked
It rolled
that,
a 15.
unfortunately. Okay, it succeeds and doesn't take that 14. And then, I think I'll stay where I am. I'm okay at this point.
Okay. 3 griffins striking down Mateus. Well, let's do the same order again. So we'll do Marati, then Creek, then Mateus.
Ooh,
Yep.
sounds good.
Marati. 19 to hit with a beak.
Hold on, let me check my AC. I know it's not 19, but then let me check what this spell gives. Does attacker win the tie? I forget.
Yes, rollers always win the tie.
Yeah, okay, never mind. So it hits.
Right, 11 piercing damage.
Dang.
1 claw. A natural 1, so that'll miss.
Cool.
Creek. 16 on the beak.
16 will not creak the beak. I don't fucking know.
Remember, you do get 1 AC from
No,
haste as
it's
well.
12 will
Just
miss. And Mateus. 25 to hit.
That will absolutely hit.
11 piercing with
Okay.
the beak. And
I'm going to bend Tides of Chaos. It is
you
a
gotta put
saving
the ball
throw.
in my court,
Yeah. Okay, so I
you'll
keep the haste going
your
and
companions will stay on their feet for now.
oh
And
boy,
19 on the claw.
and a 19 will hit as well.
11 slashing. See
11.
again.
So here's the next 13. So we're good there.
That should save, right?
Yeah, it's half damage or 10, whichever is higher. What is the damage I took? It was 11 and
11 slashing and 11 piercing.
okay, so 22, so 12 from my main HP pool, so 34. Okay.
Cal, it's your turn.
All right, time to shoot some more griffins.
Yep.
13 probably misses.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Second shot, 13 probably
Uh-huh.
misses. Third shot, 13 probably
15 will hit. Which one are you hitting?
The one attacking Mateus
Okay.
for 10 piercing.
Hmm?
15 piercing. Sorry.
Anything else?
Nope. That's 3 attacks.
Okay, Creek.
All right, let's go for it. Swing number 1. Whiff. Swing number 2.
16 will hit.
14 damage.
You know, I'd say it's too early for it to be that time of the night. Then I realize we usually only run for an hour, and we're already 2/3 through our time.
No.
All right, and then swing number 3. Super whiff.
That time of the night.
Okay, anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, Marati.
All right. I think what I'm going to do is cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Or let me double check. Oh, you know what? No, that would prevent me from. No, I'm not gonna cast an invisibility. My mistake. What am I gonna do?
You're not
Too
forgiven.
late, the winds of magic. You thought it,
Not me.
therefore it shall be.
Oh, I'll go ahead and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do another second level cure wounds. For how's your health looking, Creek?
62 out of 70.
He's
Oh.
fine.
He's healthy.
Yeah, I'll
no,
go ahead
like I
and
had
use
10
it on
HP
myself.
of temp HP, and then I didn't take
Uh huh.
too much after that. So
Okay, so where is it? And there we go. So I'll heal myself for 13 plus 4 for 17.
Okie doke.
And that'll do it.
All right, Mateus.
Alright, so it's back to me. After getting injured, I'm going to shriek, "That's my blood, you can't have it," and hurl a fireball behind it so it is clipped and not me.
Okay. 83 on the wild magic table.
Ooh, you
That's
went
my
straight
blood.
to
I
it,
would
huh?
know.
30
you.
feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage.
Hey,
regain
you said
hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
Oh
That's
my.
everyone except for their griffins.
Okay,
Wait,
should I roll the
except
D10 or?
so literally
Yeah, go ahead and
everyone in the
roll a
party.
d10 for everybody except for their griffins. Your griffin gets hit, though.
Yes. So I heal.
Ouch.
What's that? 20 HP. I feel surprisingly well.
Oh, that
And the
fits
fireball
the,
dex
that's my
save,
blood,
right?
You can't have
Yes,
it so
DC
well.
15.
7. It'll fail.
So
All
we all
right.
just lost 5 health.
25 fire. Actually, no. I'm going to use my last sorcery point to re-roll. Let's see, how many of those dice? 3 of those dice. So subtract
One-
4.
one of the two.
So 21 plus 4.
Yeah.
So nothing happened.
It will also die. And Mateus, you now also feel kind of strange.
I bet I just sucked up everyone's life
That
force.
you feel healthier, but somehow hungrier? Weird, right?
So just double check, we did lose 5 damage just then?
Yes.
Yes,
everyone
so
loses
5
5
necrotic.
damage.
So if you have any way to resist
Yeah.
that.
Which, yeah, let me check that. I don't believe I do. I think it's fire still.
Yeah, but so go ahead with the griffins.
Yep. 2 attacks on Maradi. 14 to hit.
14, I believe would tie, but I'm gonna go ahead and as a reaction, use God, what's it called? I have it right here. Cutting words.
Okay.
And so let me
Does
go
it affect
ahead.
anything with intelligence less than 4?
No. It's my bardic inspiration thing.
I know, but I'm just asking you, does it affect anything with intelligence less than 4?
No, it's just
Yeah.
if it's immune to being charmed. I mean, you can still charm an animal, I think.
Yeah, if it can't hear me or if it's immune to being charmed.
That'll apply.
Okay, so
Really, I think it's just constructs.
reducing
or-
it by 3 to 11.
That'll
so-
miss. And now the claw, 16 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Do 11
No, now I
slashing.
use as my other reaction. I cast shield. Yeah.
11 slashing.
Maybe you should have just done that.
Yeah, wasn't thinking.
And on Creek, 19 to hit,
You got it. But actually, yeah, you got it, boss.
11 piercing,
Youch.
and 12 to hit will miss, I believe.
Yes, it do. Yes, it do.
Okay, Shall.
Hey,
One
Shal,
shot
now
on-
that we're done with ours, do you want to have like a picnic? I'm pretty hungry right now.
You know, I'm feeling pretty hungry too. But first, 27 to hit that one going after
Yep,
Maradi.
that'll hit.
8 piercing
It's been wounded.
Oh, so you get your...
and 8
Ooh.
other piercing.
8 more piercing, got it.
Second shot. 26.
Hit.
For 7.
Are you essentially just like shooting it in its mind wounds? I don't know how Maradi has hurt that one.
I haven't.
Oh,
You
was
hit
that
it
the
with
one?
a-
Oh,
with
that's
a-
the one. Okay.
Yeah.
That one's the lightning wounds. Okay.
No, that one's the force damage one.
Okay. Oh, the one. I see. Backwards.
Anything else on that? 7 damage?
Just another 7, and then 11 more.
Wait, hold.
Sorry. So 3 different shots. The
Yeah.
first one's the only one that has the additional.
Okay. So another 18 damage on top of the first shot.
Yeah.
Got it.
So,
Alright. It looks haggard. It's full of arrows, but it's still up.
you know what I forgot since you immediately made me roll? We don't get another one from the fireball itself.
That's
Just-
true. Okay. Anything else? Val?
No, that's it.
Okay. Creek?
Wah, swah, swah, swah.
Okay, the rafflecopter is taking off.
You feel
Urchin
sickened
miss.
because
Going-
you're...
Yep, that's a whip.
Wait.
That's a
Alright,
whip.
he's going to-
That's a
11 is
whip.
going to
All right,
miss.
turn's over, boys.
I was about to remind you with the 13, you had that diabardic inspiration.
Yeah, well, I rolled them all now.
I know,
Jordan.
I
Well,
noticed.
he can
I
roll
saw.
for the 11 if you wanted to. It's up to
What's
him.
what's the die at
It's
this
a
level?
D8.
D8.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Might as well, right?
There
That'll
we
hit.
go.
Minimum damage.
Sorry.
That's pretty good.
That will fall to the ground.
Oh no,
and
it's
now, now
the 9.
Now Creek is gonna feel really sick.
Now, question. Does this feel very similar to the vertigo I experienced when flying?
No, this is actually an intense hunger.
Oh yeah.
The hunger.
Maradi.
Let's not bring that up, please.
But it's never ending.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead.
Well, clearly we need to have Maradi finish this one off so we all suffer equally.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And we'll all suffer together when we go.
Yay!
Maradi?
Yeah, I was going through some spells and didn't figure out what to do until then. I apologize. I'll pull out my short bow and try and hit it.
It is in melee with you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll try and stab with my rapier instead.
There you are.
11.
Nope.
And that'll do it.
Okay.
Do bards only have one attack?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah, I'm not swords, so
Yeah, there's a school I think that lets them get one more, but
The War College or whatever. Mateus.
Really, what is there left to try and do at this point? I used that up. I guess I'll Scorching Ray. I haven't used a second level spell yet, so first off,
Yeah,
no
nothing
wild
yet.
magic. So here's the first Scorching Ray. That's a 16.
Hit.
Okay, so for 5 fire.
Okay, that'll go
Second.
tumble to the ground.
Oh, well, 2 more fly into its corpse, doing 19
You're now
total
cooking
fire.
the griffin.
That's good, because I'm hungry.
you feel even weirder.
No, you don't feel any weirder, but you still feel weird. Let's see here.
That's my usual state of being.
Weird.
650 XP each. No, sorry, 450 XP each.
Okay.
Oh, that's
so
so
19,610.
Correct.
Cool. We just flip
Oh.
the numbers around.
Who's hungry?
Yeah, so all three of you, well, the three of you, and Maradi's not affected, but yeah, you all feel kind of hungry. Like, you could really sit down for a meal right now.
Is
I
it
substitute a meal
overpowering,
for
or
scotch.
can
it's
we...
it's insatiable. Like,
Aha.
your stomach is crawling at you. And, it's you can...
Good
it's
lord,
not
get
affecting
back down
concentration
there.
for now, but you are very hungry, but you're not sure what you're hungry for.
Speaking of, Creek and Shall are now hungry and tired.
That's right. They'll both collapse for a couple seconds.
Yep.
You want the
One of you
highs,
makes-
you gotta go
one
through
of
the
you
lows.
makes the iconic Mario oof.
Mario. No,
No, that's if we
know
throw
it's
you
Mario.
off the
It's
airship.
classic Mario. Oof.
But anyways, well, I mean, sounds like this might be something that impacts us in the future, but perhaps we should keep... Well, first, is there any sign that these griffins, like, have any trappings of civilization, like a collar or a note or anything?
Did it maybe
No.
turn out we were rummaging through their nest?
I mean,
No,
that's...
these griffins seem to be they don't seem to have any markings. They seem to be fairly wild, but it's not. It wouldn't be weird to think that these might be hunting grounds or some sort of an area where they might converge. You seem to be you seem to encroach on a lot of animals when you go to these ruins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perhaps
the
if you
last
knew more
time we
about
did
the
this-
barbarians in which they made these cairns, you may know more about why these animals tend to frequent these places.
Who
but-
needs
Do
to
we know which
learn?
barbarians did inhabit these cairns?
All those Utgard, all
roll
these
me
are...
a history.
Can
Okay.
What would the roll be to determine how
no.
edible these griffins are?
Survival,
Yeah, Shell,
probably.
you're not really. Neither you nor Mateus could figure, or Maradi could figure out which. Tribe
I know
barbarians
twice as
built
much
this
as
place.
Shell, though.
I got a
Yeah,
17,
know.
what?
Oh,
I
you
know
okay,
little.
You rolled history. Oh, interesting. You seem to recall that this seemed to be the mound of the Griffin tribe of Uthgard barbarians.
Whoops.
Color me surprised.
Color me banana.
You did it like after
So
this.
you're trying
like,
to see the edibility of one of the cooked griffins, I imagine.
yes, I would like to determine how edible.
Is
this
he
griffin
double
is.
cursed?
It's super raw, but charred in other places.
Not even cooking. Or an even heat.
No, but would I be able to figure out how to, like? Would I be able
Taste
to
the meat, not the
determine how
scorching
sick I
ray.
would get from just tearing into this griffin right now? Because boy, howdy, am I hungry!
You wouldn't know until you tried it.
Creek,
Have you
tried
you
to
have
test
this
raw meat
wonderful
before?
pack on your side. Open it up and take out the brick of dried bread. Or whatever
Why are you-
travel
why are you
rations have.
fault?
I guess I do have
That's
some
too much
rations.
time. We don't
It's like
have
I'm
that
so
kind of
hungry.
luxury.
These rations are wrapped, but this griffin is not.
It's wrapped in
I can
feathers.
eat right now.
Question.
could be at
I
the
just
griffin
see
in under 6
no, you
seconds,
just see two
chowing the
bugbear
fuck
arms
down.
stretch out with a griffin carcass. Like, this is mine.
Quick question. Can I substitute food for scotch?
You could
Do you
try.
mean the other way around? Because you're saying you want to eat instead of drink.
Oh, that's a good point. Scotch it is.
You're gonna try to take a sip of scotch.
Yes.
As you do, you immediately spit it out.
Oh, what the fuck?
It tastes disgusting.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
Dead
for that
bugs.
griffin.
All right, you try to eat the griffin, but it's one raw and disgusting, and two mega disgusting, and you spit it out.
Aw,
Brad,
I mean,
maybe?
thankfully,
Roll for
I don't-
parasites.
that's not what I'm in the mood for, apparently.
Yeah, you guys got to figure out what you want to eat before it gets serious.
Hmm.
How
All
long
those
does it
in
take to
favor of eating the
starve?
bugbear.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
I propose a
you ha-
tasty
ooh.
Dr. Zoidberg.
I'm not going to disclose what happens if you can't figure out what to eat. You'll just have to find that out along the way at the event that you can't find what you want to eat.
All right, shot in the dark here. Can I
With
make?
my knowledge of griffins, do
I
I
was
know
gonna
what
ask the
their
same question.
No, oh, you want to know what the griffin's diet is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Griffins are meat eaters. They're primarily predators. They're not carrion eaters.
Interesting. So,
So they'll go for pretty much everything that moves: hares, deer,
People.
bears, people.
But we tried meat, but we tried griffin meat. I'm gonna take out some jerky and try to eat
I had a
that.
jerky.
I think we had beef.
Human jerky.
I mean, that's okay for a tiefling to eat, I think. It's not cannibalism.
Too tough. How do you go with beef?
Okay. Put it in your mouth, but you can't keep it there for more than a couple seconds as you spit it out and retch.
Mm.
Oh, that ain't it.
Oh,
I mean, we
Chief,
can always
that
go
ain't it.
hunting. Does there seem to be any rabbit dens around here that I could see? Maybe with survival.
This is a burial mound. There really isn't much endemic life around here anymore. Besides, the 4 wild griffins that try to attack you.
How far away are we
Right.
from like forested area?
Pretty close, I think. Like only a few
Yeah,
miles.
you're close to a forest, but
All right, give me about 2 hours and I'll find us something.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
assuming we can
I
last that long.
I can help with that because I think we both have Outlander.
I mean, I'm a
like,
hunter.
You guys
or I'm
are
a
doubled
ranger.
over in painter. They're just really hungry. You
I
guys want
know.
to eat something.
That's why I want to help him so that we can find food fast.
And I'm not really going to be much of use here anyway. So I might as well see if I can do something productive by figuring out what the hell's going on with us.
Okay, so we'll take you two out of the picture. Maradi and Mateus, what would you like to do?
So while we were like, did we end up finding anything with all the stuff we were moving, or is it
Roll me a
still
perception.
not completely okay?
Should we both, or I don't
Yeah, sure.
want to.
Yeah, both of you go ahead.
14.
Scraping aside a lot of the snow and some of the marble that's been collapsed, you've noticed that some patches of dirt are like fresher than the others. There's like some sort of there's
Something
there's like a square of different colored earth cut into the.
Well,
into
Maradi, our manual
pile.
laborers have gone off to secure provisions. Get to
Well-
digging.
Do you have conjure shovel or something?
I start
Whoosh.
digging with the staff of power.
Not gonna lie, Creek.
All right.
This was partially
So-
why I wanted to do this.
Dal
You have
and
no
Creek,
idea
what
what's
are you
going on.
hunting For?
What would I know is
Cloud giants.
I still have to do that.
There's
Right.
hares, there's birds, there's deer.
Let's start with something simple like hares.
Sure. Both of you roll me survivals, and if you're only hunting for hares, it'll take you about 6 hours to get to the forest and come back.
Are there
Can we-
really none in the plains between us?
Well, they've got to navigate up the menhirs, over into the forest, set up traps and snares,
That's true.
wait
enough.
around, hunt for them, and then come back. I'd say an hour to travel to the forest, 4 hours to frolic and hunt, and then an hour to get back.
Frolicking. Nice, dare.
I'm gonna
say.
inspire this actually.
Okie doke.
I'm also going to roll
19.
my survival. I'll keep
Okay.
that.
I whisper to Maradi, we had an airship, or I guess I say because they're not here. We had an airship like 300 feet that way. Why did they walk, like a dozen
They're
miles?
wilderness folk. It's just in their nature.
Well, In about 6 hours, both Maradi and Mateus's leadership were able to uncover a sizable amount of dirt. And as Shal and Creek both come back, each clutching 2 braces of hairs,
Actually,
you
can I
find the fruits of all of your labor.
can I try to
Ew,
taste one of the raw
fruit.
hairs on the way over?
Yeah, you can pop some of the hair in your mouth, and you're gonna
It's
go.
raw,
This
but
this tastes really disgusting, and you throw it out.
Ugh.
Well, congratulations, everyone. You get to eat hair tonight.
As he
Thanks.
points to Maradi, because all three of the other three are.
oh, you're finally back, I say as I wipe the sweat off my brow. This was hard work.
And your hard work has paid off as you find 2. Oh, I think I have the perfect image for this too.
Oh no.
Yes.
The human-shaped mask with a gem in the forehead.
And the mask is the shape of a skull, but it's actually a
It's
skull.
it's cracked in half, but you see it's cracked in half vertically, and you see 2 halves of a giant porcelain mask that look like this.
I'm assuming you're posting it in
The teeth.
It actually says it's adorned with a giant scowl.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch to that real quick to show the class.
Well, great. It's broken.
Well, yeah, now we don't get the equip load increase.
Each half weighs
Thank you.
about 20 pounds, and it's made out of porcelain.
Wow, that porcelain's extra thick.
It is bone white, but there are traces of paint running through it. It seems to be once been very colorful, but time has eroded its color.
I get the feeling this isn't going to be a magical thing, is it, Maradi?
It doesn't register as magic because
I mean, we're holding it. We should know. And yeah,
I'm not holding it.
I assume we each have a half, Maradi. Wait,
Yeah.
are you thinking
we
what
put
I'm
'em together?
thinking? Hold
You don't
them
have,
both
like-
up.
You don't have crazy glue, guys.
for some reason a voice in your head starts echoing the words, "Well, what is it?"
I don't know. I don't think we're cool yet. Let's go back to the ship and use that fire elemental to cook up some of this hair.
You hear, "Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry." But yes, you have found a porcelain mask, and you can haul it back to your airship.
Very
Well, I think
good.
the next step is to go back to the town and figure out what the hell we can eat, or what's wrong with us.
Well, I mean, I'll try any of my rations. I assume I have the standard,
Yeah,
bread,
any kind
hardtack.
of basic ration will definitely not work.
How about
From
my
breads to
how about my
vegetables, dried fruits?
emergency wine?
Now, nothing you drink will work either.
What about like dried cranberries or something?
Could I maybe do an Arcana to see if I recall any kind of hunger-based curses? See if it's similar to something.
Yeah, roll Arcanus.
Okay.
Is that just
Nope.
him or all of us?
Oh, I'm
Go ahead and all
inspired
of you
by that.
roll.
However,
Sure.
I'm just gonna 14.
Clearly, this isn't
Well,
a curse.
actually,
We're just all
Creek can't roll
pregnant.
Arcana because he can't cast spells, right? None of
Oh.
this.
No.
All right,
If I remember right,
I'd like to
skills
make
are
a case at
available
the
at just
very
level
least
1.
that I know I've been cursed once by
Yeah, Creek,
He's
Creek
also a
knows the
barbarian, and
feeling.
it's a
You
barbarian.
can't
curse.
identify what it is, but you know you've been afflicted by some sort of other curse.
Yeah, I can okay, fair enough. I know that this is a proper for real curse of the area.
Yeah. Like,
Does a
like-
14 get anything?
non-specific. You're cursed to feel hunger, but you can't determine what.
What if
Okay.
I eat some like berries or stuff that's on the ship?
Nope. Any kind of fruit or vegetables doesn't work.
Well, I mean,
The most you can get down is water. That's really all you can drink. So now Shal must fight his most powerful foe, sobriety.
Fuck.
So,
well, I mean,
what's the nearest town?
probably. Actually, we're kind of in a
Let's take a
crossroads of
look at
areas.
the,
Yeah.
Let's take a look
The
at the
big
map.
board.
From Shining White, it's Long Saddle. Which, honestly, if I remember correctly, Long Saddle might just be like one of those road runs through a couple of houses type things that might
You
not
could
give
get
us.
to Nesme. You can get to Mornbrins. You can go to Griffin's Nest.
Maybe not
Gee.
there.
They obviously know what's gonna happen with griffins.
Certainly would be the experts.
Didn't we have something to do in Nesme and we just held it off because it was way out of the way?
Also, can I just say that Creek is having a horrible
I
time of
remember.
it right now?
Yeah.
Triple cursed actually.
Storm
if you
King's
think about it.
Thunder and the curse of
No,
the many
no, what you
curses
remember from
on
Nesme
Creek.
is that people in Nesme,
Are a little weird.
people in Nesme were thinking of leaving what's it called? The
Lord's Alliance.
Oh,
Lord's Alliance because
that was
it fell during the War of the Silver Marches.
And they didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I recall that. We already did histories on the Griffin tribe, right? We couldn't do like a history on like their
Ancient
curses.
Sumatran curses.
No, sorry, nothing.
Okay.
I think we should
Nothing
just go
you
to
can
one of
really
the bigger
unearth.
towns, find a cleric, and maybe have him identify what the hell the curse is.
Oh, are we gonna get another cleric struck by lightning?
Can
Here,
it
what-
be this time? If he uses remove curse, that's a threefer.
Mithril Hall's
Yeah.
not too far away.
Yeah, every time we go there, though, well, we haven't gone there, but
No, we haven't gone there.
we've met people from there, and they're not so. I'm pretty sure Griffin's Nest isn't a town. I think it's just a Griffin's Nest. Maybe I'm wrong. though.
What about Mornbryn Shield?
Bridge Shield.
I mean, we can always try to go to Rivermoot and then to Mithril Hall if we can't find anything there. Kind of like a double bounce.
That's true.
Now, you know
Or-
that Mornbridge Shield is a village.
Worst to worst, we can always just go back to Mirabar and spend a little bit more time. It was only 2 days, right? We could all do with some fasting. You're getting a little pudgy around the waist.
Who was that
I mean-
directed to?
I leave it to you, lads. I'm not the one who's afflicted with a hunger curse.
All those in favor of eating Maradi.
Don't
I-
even try it.
Yeah, but we all know it ain't gonna work.
Part of me is really tempted to bite Maradi.
What if I told you I could transmute his blood into alcohol?
He's lying.
Would that be magic or just brew crafting?
A little bit of both. I think I just
Little
need to cast
column A,
spells
little
until I get the
column
wild
B.
magic that turns all the water around me into wine. Which isn't actually a thing. I'm shocked by that. Ah, well.
To sand, you say?
That's a fair point. You could probably DM argue that it just kills everyone within the range as their blood becomes wine. But yeah, which do we want to do? I'm fine with going to Rivermoot and Mithril Hall, or we just spend 2 days going back to Mirabar. Mirabar is more of a guaranteed, and if it
How much do we know-
isn't,
how much do we know about Rivermoot?
Rivermoot.
well, it's on a river.
Like big, small, short, tall.
Small village.
It's a short village.
I was born in a small village.
You know that there's.
Hmm.
It's basically built on the river, so they have like canoes and
You know
everything's
what
built
I'm
on
gonna do?
stilts.
I'm gonna try to drink a potion of healing.
Sure.
Am I able to keep that down?
With great difficulty, yes. You can absorb the effects of the potion of healing,
All right, cool.
but you wouldn't recommend the taste.
Man, if only we had that chef feat.
Yeah.
Make gourmet meals. Power through this.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So we've
Rivermoot,
ruled out all types of berries. We've ruled out cow.
I'm pretty sure it's some form of meat.
Yeah, exactly what it is though.
Ain't hair. Probably isn't a lot of.
I swear to God, if it's human.
That would be
If
ridiculous.
it's human, you'd all want to eat Mateus.
Yeah, like I'm
I
guessing
was
there's
gonna
gonna be
say each other,
something.
and I remember one of you is a bugbear and 2 of you are tieflings.
Yeah.
So we can rule out bugbear, tiefling, and human. What about dwarf and elf?
Well, we have to find dwarves and elves, don't we?
So yeah, Rivermoot's gonna take about a day.
All right,
All right, Rivermoot. Yes. No.
Rivermoot it is.
Doot, doot. So meanwhile, Creek is sort of curled up in a ball, trying desperately not to starve to death, while also battling down his anxieties over flying.
Then I'm facing sobriety.
Okay, how long will it take us to get to Moot?
About a
A
day.
day, he said.
And
Okay.
after a day of travel without anything to eat, you are really feeling some adverse effects. However, nothing that translates to combat or abilities.
It's just,
Not
it's
yet,
just.
though.
You
but-
just really need to eat something.
Oh, I guess we should ask these people. You all, I forget your group name, or your names. It's been a bit.
Oh, the cultists.
I'm not actually saying that.
Cultist
but,
stew.
yeah. Have you heard of any type of griffin barbarian curse?
Barbarian curse. If it really doesn't involve the dragon, we don't really look into it. Sorry, we're not
Okay.
from this area. You see,
No worries. Just wanted to make sure to cover all our bases because.
the leader will roll an Arcana for you, though.
Okay. Well, we have ravenous hunger and we are not able to stomach any foods, and it came after we slew some griffins that attacked us at Shining White.
Well, she'll pour through some arcane texts and says, "Well, nothing really is showing up. Perhaps if it's griffins that you've incurred the wrath of, it's probably a living animal you're looking for. So we could rule out grains and vegetables and fruit.
And hair.
Do we know what griffins usually eat? Did we already?
We
Yeah,
figured
we've
it out. It
already
was
been
just
through that.
obligate
They're-
carnivores, essentially.
Yeah, they're,
Right,
they're
but
opportunistic
specifically, like,
hunters.
Is there any favored creature?
Whatever they can catch.
If we can spend a few hours, I'm willing to, wait for them to catch a rabbit and before slaughtering it, just kind of
Bite its
pensively take a bite out of it. If we have the time for that. I don't know if we have.
Bite of what?
Essentially, wait for them to catch a rabbit, but before slaughtering it, take a bite out of it. So, like, while it's alive.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
No, Creek ate a rabbit when it was pretty freshly killed,
Okay.
and like it's not the condition of the rabbit. It's just the fact the rabbit itself just tasted like ash.
Okay.
Like it was not
Not
going
actual
He was
food.
not going to eat it. Yeah.
Okay, so something is out there then. Perhaps we need to
Yeah.
do some research.
Are you going to enter Rivermoot?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
And immediately head to the general store and is like, I'd like to see all of your meat.
Yes. Well, you'll park the airship a little ways away, not too far away.
I'd like to inspect all of your meat.
Well, as you're heading into town, you see, there's not a lot of people in town, but there is a stable, there's a general store, right?
You
Kind of
think
like
horse?
I didn't finish.
You think that horse is it?
We'll see.
Um,
Like, let's take see what they have, but continue, please.
Yeah. As you walk into town, you see a young man and what you assume is his son, standing on top of a horse. And three of you immediately start salivating.
Motherfucker, good call on that.
Insatiably salivating. Like, something has to be done with that horse right now.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
going
want
to
think
try
about
and
the
tear my
possibilities.
eyes away and go to the stables and be like, I'd like your horse. How much for horse?
The man will say, "I'm sorry, that's not my horse, that's the miller's horse."
Was
Because you're not talking to the guy on the horse, you went to the stable, right?
Yes, so I'm like,
Yeah, so he's
hey,
gonna point to the guy on the horse with the son, says you'll have to talk to the miller about that. Sorry, I could sell
Balzac.
you any of my horses. I got a couple.
Oh
of
no, that's what
strong
I'm not saying I
foods
need that horse. I'm just saying I'd like a horse.
Oh, you want a horse? Okay.
Yes.
To purchase?
Yes.
Yes.
We're kind of there's not a lot of horses that come around here, so maybe 600 gold.
I have absolutely no money.
I actually don't
Are
know.
you
how
gonna
much
say
money-
that out loud?
No. I'm
Yeah,
also
I
not
don't-
going to say that there are going to be less horses around here very soon.
Yeah, I don't think we can afford that.
I mean, I have
It's
181,
pretty
but
exorbitant.
yeah, that's pretty high up there, I think, for a horse.
It
I'll
is
ask
what
if
it is.
horses are native around here or
He'll say, no, we get most of ours from Mithril Hall, which they get from breeders elsewhere around the world. There just aren't a lot of horses around here. That's why they're expensive, sir.
Thank you for that information. I heard everyone while looking straight at the ground without catching the eyes of any horses and said, to Mithril Hall now.
You hear the clip clop, and it's driving you insane.
Let's not go there, please.
I shoot myself in the foot with the hand crossbow.
Now he's stapled to the ground. Let's leave him behind.
More horse for you.
Well, at least you figured out what you got. You got the craving for. Anything
We've
else you wanna
got the
remember?
horse. I was about to finish that song quote, then I realized that would have come out completely wrong.
I'm more curious as to why horse of all things for griffins.
I mean, it's a large animal they would hunt
creatures.
for.
Griffin
and-
could swoop it up and have quite a bit to eat.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna take another day to get to Mithril Hall and be like, horse, please.
I focus.
We'd
on
like to
the
You
split
sure we want to
one.
go to Mithril Hall? Because they're going to be like, oh, well, we only have the finest of horse breeds here, sir. So you see, due to this and that, it'll cost you, 600 gold pieces.
And then we talk them down because we worked with them before. Don't we have that letter of introduction?
I mean, we don't have to buy a full horse. Can't we just like see if they?
Like, you
If
have
there's
to
a
go
butcher.
for
Finest
half a
horse,
horse.
please.
Well,
You
no,
may
like a
keep
butcher
the
or
other
something,
half.
because I'm sure that there are, at least in Mithril, there are other people. There are different like
It really depends. Like,
races.
do we know if horse is a common meat in towns?
And how do you know
it's kind
that?
of a desperation meat in most
Yeah.
places.
That's what
How
I
do
Like
you
figured.
you would
also?
normally go through most of your other meats before you start cutting up your horses.
We also don't know for sure if just simply partaking of it.
I see the
will be
party
enough.
has moved itself to Mithril Hall. I assume you'd like to get there post haste.
Maybe.
It'll
What
take you
gave it
another.
away?
There's a strong headwind, so it's a little slower. You'll get there by dawn of the next day.
Dawn of the final day, 24 hours remain for horse.
Well, after 2 days of not having delicious horse meat in your mouth, you're starting to feel some effects.
I
The
don't like
three
where
of
this
you-
is going.
The three of you have suffered the first level of exhaustion, and you
Oh,
have disadvantage on
balls.
ability checks.
Rati, I'm weak. Get me horse meat.
Yeah, we'll get your horse meat.
So yeah, you can head to Mithril Hall. There is a large gate.
I'll
at the front.
underhand throw him my gold sack.
So yeah, there's a large gate, and through the gate there's like a little post house, and at the post house there's a dwarf clad in mail armor with the insignia of the town checking people in.
Let's get through this.
Yep.
Say, good morning, fine gentlemen. Welcome to Mithril Hall. May you please state your names and businesses for the ledger?
Whatever I said last time.
We haven't been here before.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of the other place.
He's going to flip through the pages and go, we have several whatever I said last time, sir.
Yeah, one of them.
Okay, well, as I see that you are an obsidian merchant, the standard fees apply, and that'll be a 35 gold entrance fee for you, sir.
You know what? Fuck it. That's all my money at the moment, but sure.
Okay,
just
welcome to
cannot
Mithril Keep.
deal
Welcome
with
to
this.
Mithril Hall, and he'll hand you a pin. Just keep that on you, and they'll know that you're visiting here. As always, your spot in the trade floor is open. Although I
Is this
noticed
where
you're
we
not really
have
carrying much
hijinks?
obsidian.
Obsidian selling hijinks.
Well, he'll look at the rest of you and say, welcome to Mithril Hall. Names and purpose of visit for the ledger, please.
Yes, I'm Marati D'Alacchino, and I have come to find a horse.
Is this your first time here, Mr. Delacchino?
Indeed, it is.
Well, as your first time here, there is a one-time fee of 3 gold pieces for entry. It sounds like you're just here visiting, so there's no need for a business license. If you could just please sign here in the ledger and
But
pay
of course.
the fee. Sir,
can
and
write,
he'll hand
right?
you.
Yes.
Sorry?
I was just asking if he could write.
Oh.
course.
As you're, you'd think as a bard he should be able to at least scratch his signature. And he'll hand you a paper document that says, if any guard asks you, you're just visiting for the day. We expect you to be out of here by tomorrow.
Okay.
Mithril Hall.
Thank you very much.
And he'll turn
I'm
to
assuming there was something before that because all I heard was just
You cut out,
Mithril
yeah.
Hall.
Mithril
So,
Hall.
well,
We're trying to save
Wait,
time.
quick question from mine. Do I have to be out of the premise by night?
you don't know. You just paid the guy gold and he gave you a pin. Your indifference is now going to be your undoing because this is a very bureaucratic town.
Can I
He's
make a
caught in
knowledge
the machine now.
You
Can I
cannot
make
make
a
a
knowledge?
knowledge. You are obviously not from here.
Well, no. Can I make a knowledge about obsidian?
Oh, obsidian? Sure.
7.
A shiny stone.
Shit.
It's sometimes very sharp.
People made arrows with them.
The guard is saying, "Excuse me, sirs, would you like entrance to the town?" As he's pointing to the other two of the party that have yet to come in.
Yes, yes. I will
Name and purpose of
introduce,
visit.
give my name and say I'm just visiting, looking for a horse as Marathi was.
Oh, the horse trader is going to make a mint today. Very well. That's a 3 gold entrance fee, and if you could please sign here.
Done.
He'll hand you a piece of paper and say, "Excellent, welcome to Mithril Hall." And to the last one, he says, "Can I help you, sir, madam?"
Yeah.
Noodle
I'm
arms.
with him. I'm security.
Ah, bodyguard. I
Yes.
see. Well, that falls under commerce, which would mean that you are paying a 35 gold entrance fee.
See you later, Creek.
I pay the 35 gold.
He will hand you a silver pin and say, if you're not aware of the rules, you can brush up on it in the bureaucrat's office, but try to keep yourself a low profile."
Appreciated, thanks. And I proceed, and I assume that he gives me entry.
He does.
Step
And,
aside, whatever he
it's not
does.
very long before you end up at a second checkpoint. Inside the first checkpoint. And you find your other 3 companions standing around another line as another dwarf in armor comes around saying, "Hail, sirs. Any visitors must please deposit their weapons at the repository. They will receive them upon entrance out of Mithril Hall."
Do I get a claim ticket or something?
You will notice your silver pin. It says you're a security force man. Your weapons are. You can openly wear your weapons in the town.
Appreciate it.
Don't
You
try to cause
wouldn't-
any trouble.
At this
You
point, I'm
wouldn't
just
take
banging
an
my head
old
against the
man's
wall.
walking stick, would you?
I just imagine like he walks through a magic detector and just goes off like, "Sir."
Yeah. Beep 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 beep. He says, "No, we're only looking for bladed and piercing weapons. If anybody tries to cast magic, we have ways of negotiating with the magic users.
I let him
Ominous.
drop,
Daggers,
like,
knives,
5 or
axes,
6.
anything that could cause bodily harm. If you don't have a security pin, please deposit it inside."
I place
I will
myself
place my
into the deposit
crossbow
box.
and dagger inside.
I will
And
place
darts.
my crossbow, my backup crossbow, my 2 hand axes, my longbow, and my bear trap in the goddamn thing.
The Issei
And
rune
as-
said it could be used as a dagger. Does that count?
I mean, are you asking the guard?
No,
This
I'm
is-
just...
I have a magical rune. But no, all of your equipment will go into separate boxes, and they'll all pull out receipts that say, "Hold on to these and return them to us when you're ready to leave."
Will do.
Welcome to Mithril Hall. Dwarves
Place
bustle.
sucks.
gonna
Wow,
say
that's,
that?
that's funny
Out
because that's
loud?
written as the motto on the archway.
Welcome to Mithril Hall. This place sucks.
You've basically gone to the high fantasy version of Costco because there's a ton of traders.
Where
Everyone's
all your
hawking
dreams
wares.
come
People are
true.
going in.
We'll
they're
do it
yelling,
your way first.
5 of these, 12 of these. Selling 5 big bags of garbage. The standard trade floor stuff.
Garbage, get your garbage here.
There's
we'll go with your
restaurants
plan,
all
Shao.
cooking various amounts of delicious smelling food for Marathi, but everything else, everybody smells garbage because they can't eat that food. It's just not delicious horse meat.
Let's go to the butcher's first. Maybe they have some in stock, and then we can go to the horse trader afterwards.
Sure.
So-
There's actually several butchers around here, so you can have your pick.
Go up and say, "Greetings, my man. I have a somewhat odd request. Do you happen to have any horse meat in?"
No, it says, well, there's no famine about, so there has been no need to kill horses. However,
You never know.
looking for
Someone might
something
have a
exotic like horse
taste.
meat, I could put a special order in for you. Take a
And
couple
how
of
long
days
will
to
it take?
secure a horse.
We're going
Horses
to
are kind of
die.
rare around these parts.
Dun dun.
We are going to die.
We'll have to figure something out, but
You know, there's a man across the way who sells various dried meats. Perhaps you might have something of the horse variety if you're looking for that kind of an exotic experience.
thank
I
you for the
wonder if
tip.
elk
That's very
counts as well.
very kind of you to
Yes, thank you.
recommend
Do you have
someone
any
else.
Oh, well,
Or moose?
you haven't been to Mithril Hall, have you?
Nope.
We work as a collective. For a small fee, we all gain parts of the profits.
I see. Fucking communists.
Beware the red.
Beware the Red Scare.
We stay here as little as possible, and if I hear any of you talk about unionizing or having collective bargaining, you're getting a staff through the eye.
I
But yeah, I will
slowly
ask
tuck
about,
away my little book.
like elk or maybe moose.
The Mithril Hall Manifesto.
Like other big game.
But yes, you can walk across the street, and there is a man offering all sorts of procured dried meats, from elk to venison, which is like elk but different, to even dried fruits like fruit leather and dried vegetables, which aren't really selling very well.
Does he
but-
sell fruit leather by the foot?
I
Well, you're not
slap
interested in
Creek.
that. But he'll say,
Greetings,
"You,
men."
sirs, would you like a deal on some freshly dried pork?
By the
We're
way,
not
do
looking
we
for
Silver
pork.
a piece. Oh, well, what can I help you with?
by the way,
I'll try the elk first. Let me get a slab of elk.
Would you like to try it first before you buy it? A lot of people like
Certainly.
samples around here. He'll take an expertly sharpened knife and carve a delicate slice of dried elk, and he'll hand it to you on a piece of parchment.
I apologize in advance if anything happens.
An
Actually,
odd way
no.
of saying thank you.
Creek, here you go.
I pop it in my mouth.
And you will immediately chew on it and spit it out, retching.
Yeah.
Why
I
only
feel bad.
horse?
I feel bad. The frown I wear is not one of distaste for the meat, but of deep sorrow.
Deep sorry.
Yes,
The
we're looking
butcher
for
will
something
say,
to
you know-
feed to our friend here. He's been very picky lately after...
He's going to look at the elk and says, maybe the seasoning was a bit off on the drying process. Huh.
I assure you that
I
is not it.
apologize for making your friend ill. Is there anything else
We
I
do not
can
hold it
help
against
with?
you.
I certainly don't. Odd
You have-
request, but I've had a hankering, or perhaps a bit more than that, for horse.
Any particular breed or part of the horse, sir?
Not really.
Surprise.
No.
Just horse.
Surprise him.
Man, there was that time that noble asked for. Hold on, just mind the shop, will you? I'll need to go to the storehouse, and he'll disappear.
He said that to someone on his side, not us, right?
He's just kind of gesturing about.
Thinking
There's
out
like
loud.
other people in the butcher shop.
Okay, I was about to get behind it and say, get your dried meat here.
Starts.
And
Just
after,
shrug.
After a couple of minutes, he'll come out with a very large leg. It looks like a horse's haunch, but it's been dried, almost like a prosciutto.
Do I start salivating?
As soon as the smell hits you, which is quite funky indeed, yeah, the juices start flowing and your teeth start grinding together.
How
I'll
much?
say this is a very rare treat. I'll have you know. There was a time when a noble asked for a whole horse and he didn't like it raw. So we
Yes,
had to
that's
find a new
incredible. How
way to-
much?
Are you sure you won't get sick for this one? I mean, it's a very assertive taste. I wouldn't sell it to anybody who wouldn't.
I have a
it.
very discerning.
Can we have a
palate.
sample,
How
then?
much?
Perhaps a tiny piece off the top.
For a cut this valuable, I'd have to.
We could pay
I'd
for
have
it.
I'd have to charge you 5 silver pieces if you'd like to try.
I'd like to try it, for
Acceptable.
sure.
Same.
The 15 silver pieces pop up. He'll post the horse leg in a vice and then expertly slice off 3 paper thin shavings of dried horse leg as
Let's
he
get some good
proffers
cotton,
them
Lou.
up to you on parchment paper.
I'll pop it into my mouth.
Popped in.
Same.
It melts in your mouth and the taste is it's very savory, slightly funky, as if like a deep
Sting you a little
mushroomy
bit.
flavor. Weird. It's probably part of the drying and curing process and the aging process, but it's a little nutty. It tastes delicious, and you are immediately if it wasn't between you and a merchant and a desk, and other
We
people at the
jump on
store,
it.
you would jump for it.
Do we feel any better soul-wise? Or are we
Uh,
still...
You're still suffering the effects of exhaustion. Like, this is the first thing you've eaten.
I
2 days.
find this quite agreeable. How much to
Agreed.
buy the haunch?
He's going to. I'm going to say, well, I'll be honest. It's kind of a rare order, so call it 30 gold. And
A rare
the leg is
order, though,
yours.
means that it's hard to find a buyer, right?
Yes, that's why I'm
think-
discounting it for you. Normally, I would offer it for about 50 gold.
God damn it, where is it? There we go. I believe him. I will put down the 30 gold on the table.
Oh, I'm not
Very-
gonna.
I don't know if I believe it or
I
not,
am
but I
blinded
have
by
really
hunger.
no
I
money.
won't even roll the insight.
You'll say very well.
Oh wait, I have 5 Electrum.
We'll have this wrapped up for you
I
post
pay for it.
And he will wrap it for you and hand you the leg, the bone. He says, "Do you want the bone too, or I can probably cut the bone out?"
We'll manage, thank you.
Very well. It is a little unwieldy. Would you like to come back for it before you leave? We're open all until closing.
We're okay.
Okay, very well.
Use
Then
all
I'll
my
hand you the-
willpower to start walking out without just going at it.
Just in case though.
You have a food
perhaps
court.
You would know any other vendors.
No, it says,
who
well,
might-
there's no rules against eating in public. Just have some decorum.
Understand.
That might be a
I
problem
give
with
like
Creek.
a really worried look to the rest of the party.
Marati's arms are not Marati's, but Creek's arms are already like reaching for.
Slap his arms
not
down
just
bad.
Reaching, they're extending. For
Yeah,
it.
exactly. They're just stretching out. But this is if you do want some privacy, there's
Wait,
There's
we
some-
have that stand. We have the
yeah, we have
obsidian
the
cell. Let's
stall.
go to the stall.
I'm pretty
have
sure
a,
they're
have
gonna
a good.
get.
Thank you for doing business, sir.
Yes, thank you
Thank
for
you.
this.
Have a
While I'm
wonderful
leaving, Can I see what
day.
type of pin the guy has? And is it like
Gold.
mine?
It's like yours.
Okay.
Your pin shines just like his.
But yeah,
Oh well, but yeah.
I guess
in-
you could ask a guard for directions to the obsidian market.
I mean, we can just kind of go
It's-
somewhere where there aren't as many people and
Yeah.
kind of start. Regardless
You
of
can
how
see a
hungry I
place where
am,
there's
we
like a
need
couple
to
people. There's like a tavern
treat this
area.
with care and decorum.
You're gonna slap
Marati,
honey
where
on
is
it,
the
aren't you?
table?
By the way, as we pass, do we pass by the what did he call it? The guild hall? The
you're
guard at
saying
the front.
obsidian market.
Yeah.
No, I mean specifically, I want to double check on what my pin actually means.
Oh, the
Oh, the bureaucrat's
Bureaucrat's
office.
office?
Oh yes, there. Well, a bureaucrat's office would just lay down the general rules of conduct inside the town.
Okay.
Like your pin signifies that you're a member of like you're a bodyguard or a security member, which means you can openly carry weapons inside the town.
Okay,
Can I
but,
figure out what
but
mine does?
I guess
Yours is commerce pin, which corresponds to the area of which you said your commerce was. So you've paid a 35 gold fee to sell obsidian, and if you stay until the end of the week, you will get a portion of all obsidian shares.
so
That's gonna
this-
backfire because I'm guessing that, like,
Also, provided the person who you're impersonating doesn't come back anytime soon.
yeah.
Impersonating is a strong word.
Yeah, you literally said, "I've been here before." The guy's like, "This one?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure."
that's about as impersonating as you can get.
Yeah. I think I'll find a nice, like, not like completely desolate, but like quieter area, kind of lay it down on a mat and be like, well, the silverware, Marati?
Of course, and
Yeah.
I pull out.
I will
the
say, with the
fine
bone in, this
silverware.
horse leg weighs about 40 pounds.
I can carry at least that much.
No,
I
no, I'm
think.
just saying, like, it's gonna look kind of like a spectacle.
Well, no, I'm not like going
That's
to
how we
town.
get
I'm
the
cutting
money.
off a piece, putting it on a plate, and then, you
That's
know.
what I mean. You ever see that episode of Dexter where he orders the burrito, he eats it with a fork and spoon, or like that's kind of what we're looking at here.
And I'm fine with that,
Ah, terrific.
because I'm splitting it between everyone who wants a piece of the haunch. It's
I-
a group meal.
Yeah, I guess you're not so hungry where you'll just
Start
disregard everybody else's
ravening at
needs.
it, yeah.
I'm about to hit that point though.
And if it's 40 pounds, that's enough for a few days at least. Especially dried meat. It's gonna be very
We'll
dense.
see how much you eat through. Are you all three going to tuck in?
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
however much to feel better.
Yeah, so you'll carve and slice and chew and eat, and static sounds erupt from your mouths, worrying passersby. Though nobody really comes and calls the popo on you for this offense.
Is it even an offense to enjoy food?
The
Orgasming
way
in
we're
public
doing
might be.
it.
Like, the noises coming out of you guys is jovial, to say the least. After 2 days of not eating anything, this funky piece of dried up horse meat is by far the best thing you've ever had in your lives. You've had all that cheese to eat before.
Oh god.
Yeah, I feel like our
Anything is
palate
better
aren't
than the
very.
cheese.
But after about 20 minutes, you cut through about 10 pounds of your dried meat. And you say, wow, that was immensely filling.
Oh, good. We still have some meat left.
Yes, at that rate, you could say you eat about 10 pounds of dried horse meat a day, or every 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you'll be
We got like
satiated.
six days or so left, maybe.
Yeah.
While we're in town, I'm also gonna go check to see what the hell this might be, and like see if I can find a cleric or something.
Yeah, at this point, I think because it sounds like
I want to cut us off there. I
sure
think,
that
because
sounds
it's
like a good point because
10:30.
we've gone pretty far. But
Yeah, and you've had
For
your
next
fill of
time.
horse meat.
yes, well, we've had our horse meat. Now we need to figure out why.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Squawk.